Welcome to Dinosaur Club News. It's your host, Chris Englewood. Let's kick things off as always with thank yous and fuck yous. Thank you to inventors. Y'all came out with some crazy shit over the last thousands of years. I don't know what we would do without inventors, and a lot of inventors were black throughout history, and they don't get their due credit. You know what I mean? Shit. All types of shit, just common everyday shit you don't even think about was invented by black people. So shout out to inventors, especially black inventors. I don't even know how I would live without air conditioning. And I live in Denver, so that's saying some shit. But shout out y'all. Thank you. Fuck you to Comcast and all them other niggas too. CenturyLink, all them internet cable companies. How is the whole industry trash? I don't understand how every single company is terrible. I've never had. It's just a company standard for everybody to have terrible customer service, terrible service. I hated Comcast, so I switched to CenturyLink because Comcast was so trash, and I had CenturyLink for at least probably a year and a half, and then they just did some random shit, started cutting my shit off. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And they're like, oh, yeah, your account's done. What? What's that mean? My shit is, my bills is paid? What are you talking about? They couldn't get to the bottom of it. Every time I call, it's somebody new. They don't know what the fuck's going on. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm going to switch back to Comcast. Get back to Comcast. More terrible customer service. It's just... And they know it. They know that it don't matter if you switch to another service because nobody cares in the whole industry. So fuck y'all. For real. Fuck all y'all. Japan developing wooden satellites to cut space junk. How the fuck you think wood gonna last in space? That shit sound flammable, bro. How you gonna send some wood to space? But shout out to Japan though. Y'all always, one step ahead of the game. Sumitomo Forestry said it has started research on tree growth and the use of wood materials in space. Okay, some biodegradable space junk. That'll help a little bit. The partnership will begin experimenting with different types of woods in extreme environments on Earth. What you need to experiment? You can't freeze wood to death, but you can for sure burn it to death. I don't know what they're gonna be doing with that research. Sound like they gonna fuck the check up. But they say we are very concerned with the fact that all the satellites which re-enter the Earth's atmosphere burn and create tiny alumina particles that will float in the upper atmosphere for many years. Damn, okay. Didn't know that. Yeah, we should definitely be making more wood shit. The next stage will be developing the engineering model of the satellite. Then we will manufacture the flight model, Professor Doi added. As an astronaut, he visited the International Space Station in March 2008. That's a slight flex. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this nigga been to the space station, so he kind of know what the fuck he talking about. You know what I'm saying? They ain't just letting anybody on the space station. Experts have warned of the increasing threat of space junk falling to Earth as more spacecraft and satellites are launched. That's crazy. That's what scientists got to do. Like, hey man, the most shit y'all throw up, the most shit gonna come back down. I figured this wasn't science. This is just common sense. But what goes up must come down is what they basically saying. There are nearly 6,000 satellites circling Earth, according to the World Economic Forum. About 60% of them are defunct space junk. So, got a few thousand unused satellites floating around. We should definitely think about making some of it wood, but also maybe we should recycle some of that shit. Why can't we just go up there with a big ass magnet and grab all the unused shit and then just send it back to Earth and make some new shit? Is that too expensive? Y'all finna go up there anyway. I don't get it. Mr. I've been to the space station. In other news, 2 million-year-old skull of human cousin unearthed. Who the fuck cousin is that? Your cousin ugly than a motherfucker, nigga. God damn. That big ass dome and shit. What the fuck? What the fuck happened to your cousin, homie? Australian researchers say the discovery of a 2 million-year-old skull in South Africa throws more light on human evolution. The skull was male Paranthropus robustus, a cousin species to Homo erectus, a species thought to be direct ancestors of modern humans. Two species lived around the same time, but Paranthropus robustus died out earlier. Most of the fossil record is just a single tooth here and there, so to have something like this is very rare. It is thought that 3 hominins, human-like creatures, species lived in South Africa at the same time in competition with each other. Oh shit, don't let the church find out about this one. Paranthropus robustus had large teeth and small brains. Damn, nigga, your cousin with them big-ass teeth, small dome-ass nigga. It's believed that the former diet involved eating mainly tough plants like tubers and bark. Old bark-eating ass motherfuckers. Moving on. World's ugliest orchid tops list of new discoveries. This is the ugliest motherfucking orchid for sure, though. I don't think that's a flower. Bro, that is a plant leech or something. That shit look like an eel or something, bro. Ugliest orchid in the world and British mushrooms are among a list of new species named by scientists. A third of the new species are orchids, but scientists were surprised to find 6 British toadstools, including one growing near Heathrow Airport. Them niggas ain't important, bro. Them niggas went thousands and thousands of years before they got named. That's crazy. Motherfuckers like, look at that old regular ass mushroom. Is it even a different species? Should we even investigate? Nah, fuck it. 2,000 years later, man, this is a whole different mushroom than the other mushrooms. Other discoveries by scientists at Kew include a Peruvian plant related to the sweet potato, which could be a future food source, a strange scaly shrub that grows in arid regions of Namibia, a Brazilian plant related to the pineapple, which is pollinated by hummingbirds, a shrub related to the blueberry found near the world's largest gold mine. How a shrub related to a blueberry? They both the Crips? They both fuck with blue? If so, then that's what's up. Otherwise, don't make no sense to me. A herb with medicinal properties found in a forest on the border between Zimbabwe and Mozambique. Okay, them niggas finding medicinal herbs. That's what's up. I hope they gonna legalize that real soon out there. As if for science news, driver suffers very serious permanent injuries after a brick is hurled through his windshield, police say. That's fucked up, man. Motherfuckers just hurling bricks. A driver suffered very serious permanent injuries as a group of teenagers hurled bricks at cars in Massachusetts on Saturday, according to police. See, man, everybody always talking about, man, these kids, man, all they do is they be in the house, they be on them games and shit. Them kids need to get outside. Our generation was outside. Yeah, they was doing shit like that, throwing bricks at cars and shit, bro. Come on, man. You know, we was on bullshit outside. We don't all need to be outside like that. Some of them niggas should just be playing video games, doing that shit on Grand Theft Auto. You don't need that crazy ass little nigga outside, bro, throwing bricks and shit. The group of teens included a 15-year-old boy, 15-year-old girl, 16-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl. Sounds like teenagers throwing bricks. Charges that the teenagers reportedly face include aggravated assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon, as well as resisting arrest and malicious damage to a motor vehicle. These teens must be white. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of charges. Teens are accused of throwing 19 bricks at vehicles. 19 bricks? Y'all threw 19 bricks? They probably threw double that. They just caught them with 19. They don't never catch no criminal with everything. Who you know personally that's a criminal that just got caught with everything? Nah, bro, they ain't finna catch you with all that. They finna catch you with maybe a lot of that, But you finna get free on some of that shit. They ain't gonna have the evidence for it. But shit, man, keep them goddamn kids in the house, bro. These niggas throwing bricks. You gotta be a dumb motherfucker, boy. Man in Trump mask, Santa hat shoots estranged brother-in-law. I'll be damned if this ain't somebody in Florida, but I guess we gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like a classic case of Florida, man. A man costumed in a Trump mask, Santa hat, and fake white beard shot his brother-in-law twice Saturday. Gerald Jason, 75. Damn, he old as fuck. Old as shit tripping, dog. How you that old with the smoke? You 75 looking for the smoke with niggas? Gerald Jason, 75, parked his black Dodge car across from his estranged brother-in-law's Ronert Park house Saturday. Then approached the front door with a small present and a duffel bag. The 77-year-old victim, they both old. 75-year-old tripping with a 77-year-old. That's crazy. Who has not been publicly identified, happened to walk outside as Jason was approaching, but did not recognize him and asked if he needed any help. Bro, they old as shit. 77 and 75. He didn't even recognize him walking up. You know you gotta be old. He told the victim he had a special delivery and tried to hand the present to him, but the man refused. That's when the two began arguing and Jason fired the gun, hitting the victim. He with the smoke at 75. He turned around and bust his ass. The police apprehended him within minutes. I bet. Can you imagine 75 years old trying to get away from a homie? Motherfucker just caught a body. He think he gonna run away. Motherfucker, you old as shit. You ain't finna run away from no police at 75. I don't give a fuck who you is. Bro, Usain Bolt at 75 probably can't run away from the police. Not at 75. That's an old motherfucker, bro. Old niggas be tripping, dog. That's crazy. You 75 with the smoke. 77 getting bust at. That's crazy. This street shit, man. This shit for life, dog. Deli worker punches customer in a fight over a sandwich. NYPD. I don't think a sandwich is worth fighting for. Honestly, There's no amount of pride that would drive me to fight over a sandwich. I don't think. Not a sandwich. Maybe a order of 50 sandwiches like that. You know, I'm having an event catered. It's 50 sandwiches, and you coming at me disrespectful about that. That's a lot of sandwiches. I might trip about that, but a sandwich, a single sandwich? Nah, bro. Y'all need to live for more if you out here fighting about sandwiches, bro. A Manhattan deli worker was charged with assault after punching a customer in the face during a fight over a sandwich. The customer got into an argument about the sandwich with worker Ali Zubaidi at N&H Deli in Hamilton Heights around 5 a.m. As the fight continued outside, Zubaidi, 26, slugged the customer, 29, in the face. Oh, okay. It was the motherfucker working at the deli that was just really tripping. Which I can get that. I would trip if somebody was being disrespectful about me making a sandwich. It doesn't have to be 50. It could be one sandwich and you come at me the wrong way. Bitch ass nigga, you gonna get punched in the face outside. I kinda get that. The customer who was knocked to the ground suffered cuts to his hands and neck. The man at the deli told the Post that Zubaidi had been there for less than a month. He also said the customer was possibly drunk. Bro, 5 in the morning getting a sandwich, he was definitely fucking drunk at best. Drunk at best. 5 in the morning, you want a fucking sandwich? Bro, he was definitely at least drunk. Maybe high on perk 30. You know how motherfuckers be, man. He was probably fucked up. 5 in the morning. In a sandwich. That's not sandwich hours, bro. Who the fuck eating sandwiches at 5 in the morning? Alright, this episode's review comes out of Kansas City. You know, shout out AWA, TO, all them out in Kansas City, Missouri. Fucking it up out there. Today we're reviewing Throwback KC, 1990s style dance club with VIP tables. That sound like a bad idea off the rip. I don't know if I've been somewhere that played old school 90s music and also had bottle service. That sounds like a very interesting business model. To get bottle service and listen to 90s and thousands hip hop? If I can give 0 stars, I would. Bitch, but you can't. My party spent $800 for a booth and bottle. We was kicked out of our booth because we didn't buy another bottle. Never in my life have I paid for a booth and got kicked out. They called all security and caused a huge scene when we refused to give up our booth. Mind you, we spent $800 at this establishment. Security was super rude, and they put their hands on the women and men and kicked us out. Do not go to this club. It's so unprofessional, and no one has informed us that we have to have active bottles when we originally reserved. They are money hungry and will kick you out if you aren't buying. Avoid this establishment at all costs. My uncle is the mayor of Kansas City, and he will definitely hear about this. Damn, y'all into it with the mayor, bro. He definitely gonna hear about that. Y'all just kicking people out after they just spent a good 800. But I don't know. If it was me, if I was, the club manager, club owner, whatever the case may be, if somebody just spent 800 and it's, maybe 5, 6 tables in that bitch, and somebody else coming up there trying to spend 2 bands, I might kick you out too. You might have to. Sorry. Once you 2 tables over there pair up, you would have a double party. That'll be fun, right? Get the fuck out the table. Come over here, bro. We good right here, pimp. I got kicked out because I was warned I wasn't wearing my mask properly when no one else was wearing their mask properly. When the VIP bouncer that was watching the VIP section I was in said I was fine because I had my drink in my hand, he decided that on my way out, as I was leaving, he would put his hands on me and physically push me out the club when I was leaving on my own time. Shows a lot about this non-control you have over your bouncers. That sucks. But honestly, I bet what it was, he wasn't supposed to be letting you do that shit regardless. And then his boss caught him. And then at the end of the night, he had to fake work, act like he was working. Like, I told you get your ass out of here with no mask and shit. Come on now, I'm gonna grab you by your neck now, make it look like I'm doing something. Motherfuckers be extra. Motherfuckers don't be good at their job, man. That shit, it's not limited to people that not bouncers, Bouncers can have terrible work ethic too. That's probably what that was. Had the worst experience ever when it comes to buying a booth for my birthday. Damn, bruh. We got kicked out of the club last night because we didn't continue buying bottles and we already bought 3. So they continuing to kick niggas out because they ain't buying enough bottles. I kind of like that style now that I see multiple people saying like, man, they kicked me out too, man. Bro, you gotta move it along if you ain't spit it, dog. You know what I'm saying? He said they bought 3 bottles. Yeah, go ahead. Once you pair up with that table over there that got the 2 bottles, they didn't spend 800 tonight. Y'all seem like a perfect little broke fit. You know what I'm saying? We got some niggas finna throw some bands at the tables right now, so y'all gonna have to move. They slammed my friend on the ground because we all refused to leave. Same bouncer. Shit, they put the balls. Man, get your ass out the table. That's unexpectable treatment to paying customers, and I don't care what your policy is. You don't treat people that way just because you're trying to capitalize. People usually treat people that way when they're trying to capitalize. Do not buy a booth at this club. It's a VIP scam. Bouncers better be careful, though. You can't be doing that shit there, but you can't just be slamming anybody on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas jump back up and bust your motherfucking ass. I would put no stars if I could. I work in the industry and I go above and beyond to understand that things happen and am very understanding. I was not allowed in because I had Saints gear on. Heard the GM directly say no to let me in say not to let me in because I had Saints gear on. I wouldn't I would say that's discrimination. Genuine review. Only 2 review I ever posted, so it's legit. So, let's break this down. First of all, this is hilarious. You really got to be careful what sports teams you rocking with out here, because not all of us fuck with the Saints. I got a homie that's a Saints fan, and you know what? He ain't the brightest. Bro, fuck the Saints. Honestly, I don't even care about the Saints at all. Drew Brees is cool, though. I heard the GM directly say not to let me in because I had Saints gear. That's funny. Then he says, I would say that's discrimination. I wouldn't. I would say, fuck the Saints. Discrimination would be more so like, we're not letting you in because you're black. Not, I fucking hate the Saints. You can't come in. That's not discrimination. That's fuck the Saints. That's football, baby. Only 2 review I ever posted, so it's legit. I appreciate that you would let me know how legit it is by telling me how many other reviews. Like, it's not as though everyone knows how many reviews you've posted and then can rate you based on, okay, so this motherfucker reviews something every day, or this motherfucker saved up his reviews and he's only reviewed once this year. So he means what he's saying. Bro, nobody gives a fuck, honestly. And I probably would trust a person who reviews more over you, because this seems like a very irrational reaction to not getting let in because you chose a terrible football team to be a fan of. No, I'm just playing. Saints is cool, bro. But you gotta understand, there's some crazy ass football fans out there. You know what I'm saying? Bro, motherfuckers done got stabbed at Raiders and Broncos games. That football shit is stupid. So you gotta be careful out there, bro. You lucky you didn't get stabbed. I don't know. This is in Kansas City too? Come on now, Chiefs. They probably not fucking. They just came off a ring. They not fucking with none of that other team shit. They don't allow taking calls in the club, but there are no visible signs around. We buy bottles and table service at least twice a month, and they asked us to leave because we had to take a call. Gone way down since the new manager, Black Dreadhead dude, took over. Such a unique name, Black Dreadhead dude. I wonder what drove his parents to name him that. That's a very cool name. Rather pay those bottle services somewhere else. Seriously. That is an odd policy. You can't make phone calls in the club. They probably trying to just keep that monopoly tight on that bottle service game. Like, hey, man, it look like he trying to call one of his homies so that they can buy another table and he go in on it with them. Fuck that. Make sure them niggas ain't talking on the phone. We having one group per table per group. Motherfuckers got to spend 3 bottles an hour or kicking their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Tell that nigga get off his phone before we kick his ass out. Matter of fact, go body slam that nigga real quick. Who's taking phone calls at the club, bro? In the club, you taking a whole phone call? Go to the smoking section. You know what I mean? That's where people take phone calls, because you can't even hear the person who's calling you. What up, bro? What, you got your AirPods on in the club? You texting the club. That's it. That's all we got this week. Appreciate you tuning in and watching. You know, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're so obliged. Follow me on social media at Chris Inglewood. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.